The other statistics you guys need to know about is touch points. Who's brand new to me? Well, you and I are relatively brand new. Can you give me 50 grand, please? No, of course not. You just know each other. But if we had met between 5 and 9 times over a period of 6 months, I'd repeatedly been consistent, same message, probably physically showed you some property, showed you some case studies, told you some things that had gone wrong and how I was able to make them go right. Open booked, maybe showed you, if I was still working, my pay slips, or showed you my properties, showed you my asset base, showed you some mortgage statements, showed you some land registry purchase documents, really showed you I knew what I was doing. At that point, with a good rate of return, might you be interested in lending me 50 grand? Yeah. So now you have to realise that to get your million, your 40 coffees, they are first coffees, because I'm trying to break it down for you guys so it's not daunting. Now you want between 5 and 9 touch points for each person that says yes, and the people that say no, it's probably about 2 to 3 touch points. So do 20 times say 7 is 140 touch points for the people that say yes, and 20 times say 3 is 60 touch points for people that say no after 3 touch points. So we've got 140 plus 60. So now in your first 3 months, you've got about 200 touch points with 40 people. That's your stats. Do you see what I mean? And that is the statistical way of how to break down a fundraising campaign, which is it achievable? So can you do 200 combination of phone calls and meetings within 3 months? There you go. Good. So it's realistic for you, and now you can actually measure on using a KPI, have I got a long list of 400 prospects, broken it down, had chats with all of them probably initially, screened them, broken it down to 40 hot prospects, of which 20 I assume will say yes, 20 I assume will say no, and they're obviously going to be treated with full respect. And then can I do between 5 and 9 meetings and calls with my 20 hotters that will end up saying yes, and roughly about 3 meetings and calls with my 20 who are going to decline me. It's 200, realistic, now measure it, get going. That's how I want you to break it down no matter what your sum is, because it's just maths.